everybody. Today it's a nice spring day outside and I have a recipe for you that to me just screams spring. It is a cheese ravioli primavera, okay? And if you don't have the ravioli, if you have tortellini, that's fine too. I happen to have ravioli. So I have, this is really easy, okay? It's gonna go together in no time. Right here in my pot, I have cheese ravioli already boiling. This takes about 4 minutes, so he's actually almost done. I'm just going to need to drain him in a minute. This brand, has a 10-ounce package. You'll need 2 about this size. Okay, this is just less than a pound, so I do 2. Otherwise it just doesn't make very much and you have sauce running all over the place. Different brands have different size packages, so it kind of depends on which brand you buy. You can buy frozen, you can buy fresh. This one was on sale, that's why I bought it. Okay, so you just kind of babysit your ravioli, bring your water to a boil, put your frozen ravioli in. It boils, depending on brand, boils for 3 to 5 minutes. This one says 4. He just needs just a little bit more and then he'll be ready to go. Okay, in my skillet, my nice big skillet here, I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter, salted, unsalted, doesn't matter for this one. And into that, I am going to put a medium-sized onion that's finely diced. This is roughly a cup. Okay, so he's going to go in there. And I'm also going to put in a nice teaspoon of garlic. About like that. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. Woo-wee. We're boiling over here. Okay, so my onions and my garlic are just gonna cook here for a minute. Kind of break all the chunks up. And he already smells good. Okay, he's at about medium heat. The ravioli is also at about medium heat. You don't want that to boil too hard or the ravioli pops open and all the filling goes everywhere and you don't have ravioli anymore. You have noodles and a mess. So boil it gently. Okay, I'm gonna let him go for just a minute. Yep, my strainer's ready. Okay. All right, these guys look good. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, strain my ravioli. Don't put it straight back in the hot pot because it might stick. Leave it in the colander. This is just going to take a couple minutes. It's not going to stick together, so it'll be fine. Okay. And if you don't have, oh, he looks a little dry. I think I will put just a touch of olive oil in there. And get my recipe back up. There it is. Okay. If you do not have ravioli, you can use tortellini. Dry, fresh, frozen, doesn't matter. It's the only thing that it's going to make a difference on is the cook time. If you don't have ravioli or tortellini, you can use your pasta of choice. You can use penne, farfalle, you know, the little bow ties, whatever. But the tortellini and the ravioli really makes it decadent and rich and tasty. I have cheese today. You could also use mushroom ravioli would be really good. You know, whatever you like. Okay, so onions and garlic are sauteing. They have not gained any color yet, and that's what you want. Okay, then we're going to put in, this is 4 skinny carrots that are diced. Can you see them? They're about that big, so they don't take too long to cook. Again, that's about a cup. And then stir him up. The recipe calls for something that I refuse to eat. heat, and that's cauliflower. It calls for 1 cup of cauliflower florets chopped up. If you like that, go ahead and put that in. I don't like it. My family doesn't like it. So no cauliflower in my Primavera, but if you like that, go ahead. The next thing is 1 bunch of asparagus chopped up. It's chopped about like that. Okay. And that's about 2 cups. It's a pound of asparagus. Okay. Stir that around. Doesn't that look nice? All those veggies in there. It's beautiful already. Okay. And then you just let that cook for a minute. Doesn't take any time at all. Okay. Now then, we need 1/2 cup of chicken broth. If you don't have chicken broth, you can use water. But the chicken broth does add more flavor. Okay. And then the recipe also calls for about 1/4 cup of white wine. I have cooking sherry today. If you don't cook with wine, that's fine. Use more chicken broth, use more water. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. If you're worried about the alcohol content, just know that the heat will cook out the alcohol. So for me, that's not really an issue, but it does cook away the alcohol. I have sherry. You can use vermouth, a white wine of choice. I wouldn't use anything too sweet. I would use something a little bit drier. About like that. But again, if you don't have it, you can leave it out. Just substitute some more chicken broth or water. That's fine. Should have tied my hair back. It's in my way. Okay. We are almost there. The wine and the chicken broth need to cook down just a little bit. So I'm going to turn the heat up to medium-high. Look, it's so pretty. Okay. We have just a couple more things to go in here. All you're really wanting to do at this point is let the carrots and the asparagus cook, and let that liquid reduce for a minute. So we wait. All right, so this has reduced for about 2 minutes. And if I take a fork and stick some of my carrots, I can stick them easily. They're tender, but they're not mushy. Okay, same thing goes for the asparagus. They're tender, but they're not mushy. All right, couple more things. The next thing you need is Parmesan cheese, about 1/2 cup. I'm just gonna measure that in here. Some kind of shredded parm. Okay, about like that. And I don't know about your parm, but mine sticks together sometimes, so you gotta break up the clumps. All right, and then 1/3 cup of heavy cream. Again, if you don't have heavy cream, you can use milk or 1/2 and 1/2. But this is only about 1/3 cup. That's about 3 tablespoons. That's not very much. Okay, when you think about how many calories olive oil has per tablespoon versus heavy cream, it's not that much. Olive oil has about 100 or so calories per tablespoon. Heavy cream only has about 45. Okay, so in the long run, it's better than olive oil. All right, we're going to do about 1/3 cup, just enough to make it creamy. Don't go crazy with the heavy cream. You don't need to. Okay, it's going to make a lovely sauce. All right, last 2 things. Roughly 1 cup of frozen peas. And you put those in at the end just so they warm through. And then I have 1 cup of leftover ham that's diced. It's pretty small. Okay. All right. Put that in. Let it heat through. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I wish you could all have lunch with me. It smells so good. Okay. Now we go in with our ravioli. Okay? Or tortellini, or what have you. Go in with your pasta. How's that? Ooh, they're still hot. Alright. Okay, and just stir this up. This is not a heavy sauce. This is a light, it's rich, but it's light and it's springy and it's wonderful. Okay, let me grab a dish here because I want you guys to see how good this looks. Okay. Put it all in here. Oh my gosh, the veggies, the peas, carrots, and I love asparagus. That just screams spring to me. All right. Stay, don't fall off. Okay, do you see that? You know what? I forgot to turn my light on over here. There we go, now we can see. Doesn't that look good? Looks amazing. Okay, so this is cheese ravioli primavera. It took about 10 minutes to put it together. Nothing fancy here. I'm sure we all have carrots and onions, maybe some ham and peas in the freezer. The only thing that I had to go out and buy was the ravioli, but again, if you don't have that, you can definitely use any pasta of choice. Any shape you like. You can use linguine, you can use the short stuff. Doesn't matter. But the ravioli or tortellini makes it better. Look at that. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry now, so I'm going to let you go so I can have my lunch. And we'll see you next time. Happy cooking, everybody. Bye-bye.